Here now with more on how we can help America's farmers is the president of the National Black Farmers Association, John Boyd Jr. John, welcome aboard. Thanks for being on the program. More importantly, thank you for what you do. You know, I don't think we give farmers enough credit because everything we buy in our grocery stores, you know, come from farmers and ranchers like yourself, and it's not an easy profession. I understand you may disagree with me politically. That's fine. Take me on any issue you want. But I want to know the challenges that farmers are facing, because not only do you feed this country, you feed the world on top of this country. And we need American farmers to have everything they need to do their great job.
Thanks for having me tonight. Right now, we're in a crisis in America as it relates to farmers. We're facing an all-time high in diesel fuel. Here in Virginia, I'm paying $5.63 a gallon for diesel fuel. We're at an all-time high for fertilizer. I'm paying $900 a ton. People, that's $900 a ton for fertilizer, a $25,000 fertilizer bill that we're looking at right now. Now is the time for America to come together and support America's farmers. We just provided relief for Ukraine, where we're going to be looking at some losses there in the form of wheat and other commodities. But we just provided Ukraine with $40 billion in aid, and nothing in that spending package for America's farmers. I know Chairman Scott was trying to work across some lines and get some things done. America has to come back together and work together by the same seam that is divided right now. We're divided here in our country on race. We're divided on bitterness and hatred. But, you know, love is always greater than hate. We got to find a way to work together so that we can get something done. In this instance, for America's farmers.
This is where
Yes.
maybe we part ways politically. And there's no hate in my voice here. There's frustration that I'm feeling. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated that 2/3 of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and I believe that's unnecessary.
Right.
I believe giving up American energy independence was one of the dumbest things this country's ever done. Begging OPEC,
Right.
begging Iran, begging Venezuela, that doesn't make sense to me. Maybe you agree with that. I don't. Fixing the supply chain and making sure that we have the fertilizer for hardworking farmers
Absolutely.
like you is unconscionable to me. You feed the entire
Absolutely.
country.
Well, you know, farmers are the last on the totem pole as far as getting recognition in this country. You know, we may not need a doctor or a lawyer today, but every day we need an American farmer in this country to help feed this country. And we don't get the recognition that we need. And at this particular time, we're not getting the support that we need. You know, as African American Farmers, the National Black Farmers Association, our members are waiting in for $5 billion in federal aid that we didn't get from last year. It's always the weight gain, but the example that I was making, that we were able to swiftly provide Ukraine with $50 billion, and I'm not against helping that region of the country and the cost of the war and the effects of the war and all of those things. But we have to take care of those at home.
Let me ask you this. I agree with you.
It's America's farmers.
I'm an America First guy, so you don't have to convince me. Can I ask you, what do you farm? How many acres do you farm? Tell me a little bit about what you do every day.
Well, I've been farming for 39 years, and I raise corn, wheat, soybeans, 100 head of beef cattle. And I would like to say that I've urged the administration to move swiftly to provide aid to America's farmers. And what I said at the top of the show, we're at a crisis. And when we're in a crisis in America, America always finds a way to rise up over all of the obstacles that's in the front of us. And that's what we're going to have to do right now for America's farmers. If we don't do that, and people, have you been to the grocery store lately? I'm going to ask that question. Look at the prices in today's grocery stores.
I go every week.
They're going to continue to rise if we don't fix the problem. We have to be able to get our crops in the ground right now. And what the president was talking about, providing aid for double cropping and federal crop insurance. I've been farming for 39 years. If I have the choice between federal crop insurance and buying seed and fertilizer. I'm going to buy seed and fertilizer every time, people. Now is the time to move swiftly and to act precisely to get America's farmers the aid that they need and deserve to plant their crops on time. We have a 30-day window of opportunity to plant our crops this year. And anytime after that, any farmer can tell you it's a wish and die and a gamble after that, people. So we need the aid. Many of our black farmers right now don't have farm operating loans in place. And they didn't get the debt relief that we were supposed to get, and USDA is reporting these farmers as delinquent, so they're really struggling getting farm operating money. That's what we need. We as farmers need infrastructure. Corporate 500 companies haven't done enough to help America's farmers. Companies like John Deere, they should be cutting interest rates at this time for farmers. And Cargill and all these companies want to get bigger, but they don't tell us how they're going to help the American farmer here.
I want to wish you, first, thank you and your fellow farmers for all the great work you do.
Thank you very much.
And I wish you the best. You feed all of us. You don't get enough credit for what you do. I appreciate you being with us and really shining a light on how bad this is. Thank you, John Boyd Jr. Appreciate it. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.